What's up, y'all? It's Spicy AF. I'm back with another spicy topic. Help support by liking this video. Also, follow me on X. It's Spicy AF and it's at SpiceTSpill on Instagram. Here is my picture. Subscribe and share. Fans are not at ease when it comes to the voice acrobatical Miss Beyonce. They say, no, Miss Ma'am, not another business from you until you do a live for us. What am I talking about, y'all? Well, we're talking about Beyonce. Listen, Beyonce, with her, there's a lot of controversy around this woman. There is a lot to feel some type of way about, especially if you grew up Christian and you see and recognize the change, the shift of Beyonce. It is not easy anymore to just watch her and just act like it's okay, right? So there's so much happening with Diddy recently being arrested. Everybody's wanting all the people who used to be at those parties close arm in arm with Diddy to speak up. And Beyonce and Jay-Z have yet to address what's happening, y'all. People are not happy with them. So I think personally, this whole thing about Beyonce, look, you need to do an interview. You need to connect with your fan base. You got these high price tickets for your concerts. You need to connect with your community. For people crying out and saying this, I do feel that it's also because they're also frustrated. Could it possibly be someone starting this behind the scenes? Someone who now wants to point the wand to Jay-Z and Beyonce because they are in the news. So Beyonce did do a recent interview, but it wasn't your normal typical interview video face to face. The interview was like an email or a magazine GQ interview, and she spoke on her family. She did answer the questions, but do you really feel, if you saw this interview or if you read this interview, do you really feel that you learned anything new about Beyonce? Do you feel like you understand her growth since the last interview she did? What did you take from that? I'd like to know. Let me know in the comments. Apparently it's not enough for fans. It's just not enough. They want Beyonce to be more human and speak. And I have my reservations about that as well. I'm like on both sides of the coins. I feel like, yes, there's, in this generation, you have these celebrities that do speak to their fans. I feel that that's how they connect with them, and the fans look for them and kind of want more possible help towards your album sales or towards your businesses, because Beyonce does sell her concerts. So towards her business ventures, which she has one. Sir Davis is her latest one. She put out a liquor business. People are like, look, you throwing sacred at us. You are throwing liquors at us. You're throwing, movies and all these other things, but you don't even talk to us. It's like, what is up with you? They're saying Beyonce does not engage with us. Now, I personally understand her choice to refrain from doing interviews, from going live and having that here we go right now on time, real time communication with her fans. I totally get it, because when she does do that, those very same people that are complaining, they complain about what she says, her tone of voice, talking about how she sounds. So picking apart her relationship. We all crave tea. We all crave drama. That's what we want. We want to know what's going on in your marriage. Ever since Lemonade, we want to know what's happening in this stage of the game. When we see Beyonce in photos, I don't know, I can't speak for y'all. I would say when I see her in photos, Sometimes I see that same look in her eyes I see in my eye, where I felt ways in a relationship that I wasn't totally happy, like I was disconnected, I was distant, and I can see that in her eyes. But Beyonce doesn't tell us her business, and I understand completely why she doesn't, like I said just a few minutes ago. But y'all, as I said earlier as well, there's so much going on with Diddy right now. People want to hear from Jay-Z and Beyonce. They don't want a business venture, and they don't want a superficial or plain email or magazine interview. They want to know what they feel about what's happening with Diddy. They want to know what separates you from that criminality. What separates you? Because y'all was tight. You and Jay-Z and Puff was three peas in a pod. Not only them three, there was a lot of celebrities that are now quiet. They're not speaking out. And people do feel that the reason they're not speaking out is because maybe Diddy got something on them. Because that was his MO. Diddy tapes people. He tapes his celebrity friends. He tapes them. I can only imagine getting them drunk and drugged up, high, and all out of their minds, forgetting everything they did, being taken advantage of. I can see that happening. I could see being manipulated, bamboozled into some BS. Wrong time, wrong place, and end up being blackmailed. So are they scared to speak? Because it's just a whole bunch of lada. And let's get into it all, y'all. Take a look. Listen, Diddy debacle and him going down. It was said today that Diddy is eager, y'all. He is eager to take the stand. He is going to take the stand in his trial. That is not a good thing. That is not a good thing. And it is highly advised that defendants do not take the stand. But he is ready, and he couldn't wait. He says he cannot wait. He's eager to take the stand. And with that happening, a lot of people are scared. Y'all, it is so much going on. I looked at Beyonce's posts, and not only that, I didn't just look at the post. It's been said on the streets, on these social media streets, that the people are now pointing the fingers at Beyonce. And this is the purpose of me doing this video. Everyone's looking for Beyonce. Do you think it's somebody behind the scene that is really targeting Beyonce and Jay-Z? Is that what y'all think? You know who it is, right? It's the ugly green-eyed devil that's really behind it. See, they go and they bow down and they worship and they sell them souls to the devil for fame. A cheap sell. You know, giving your soul to the devil instead of to Christ is the worst thing you could do for money, for billions, for trillions, for any amount of money. Even Jesus, he gave up money to save our souls. He left the palace, left kingdom to come to this earth, to become a man so that he can relate to us and he can come and walk in our shoes and save us. But these celebrities are selling themselves, selling their souls, selling others' souls, their own peers, sacrificing, real time selling themselves, y'all. Actually committing the ultimate sins, taking people out. Really, they are initiating, they are doing the unthinkable, all for fame. And I think they get to a point, they get involved with these evil people. Usually it's the women that get involved with the men. And the women, they get trapped. Because later on, I do think that they become victimized. But at that point, it's too late to get out. Think about Kim Porter. Think about even the book that she supposedly wrote. It makes a lot of sense. In the beginning, she knew better. She saw the signs. But he was such a charmer. He was such an angel of light. Diddy was such a charmer that she fell for it. Just think about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce was always that girl that was an innocent girl. No one wants to think that she's out here doing these horrific things. But think about how they might be eager to get with these men, fall in love like us women do. And once you get involved, you get in the mix and you get trapped. You see too much. You witness too much. You hear too much. You become comparable. You become a part of the crime, y'all. So look at Beyonce's post. She posted up today some more photos, which they look really, really good. But she posted some photos of her GQ photo shoot, and it is all over TikTok. They are dragging Beyonce, y'all. They are coming for her. I do feel that it's somebody behind the scenes that is starting this, because it's her takedown. They want to take her down. You know that Diddy and Jay-Z and Beyonce and the Kardashians, a bunch of other celebrities, was all linked. You don't know what they was doing. You don't know what's on these videos. People want these celebrities to speak up. Y'all was in close proximity to Diddy, and the people are wanting her to speak, as I've been saying. So on this, do you see what the people saying? Somebody said, did you unalive Aaliyah because you were jealous of her? You see that, y'all? Another person says, you definitely K-word Aaliyah. Another person said, here, they got Aaliyah down here. Someone else said the empire is crumbling. Aaliyah is the original queen. And then you see she knows. That's because on TikTok they have a hashtag she knows, and they're referring to Beyonce, saying that she knows what happened to Kim Porter, to Kathy White, to Aaliyah. She knows what happened to these minors that's in this indictment. These people that all were victimized, these women. Now I am just reporting the message, okay? This is what's currently going on. When I first saw all this, y'all, I was a little sad. Because I do feel like Beyonce would be more so somebody victimized. But then I can't help but think, when you sell your soul to the most evil being that was ever created, the most wicked one who turned its back on the good, pure, true, living God, that one who was kicked out of heaven, and you sell your soul for fame. What did you expect? In the end, what did you expect? So it's not a surprise to people like me, who is a Christian, who I don't live all right. Sometimes I sin, working on it, but still, people like me who see spiritually and naturally, in the physical, I see, y'all, you gotta expect that their fame, their joy, their celebrity is not going to last. And I've been noticing how miserable Beyonce look. I do. I can see the unhappiness behind the smile. I can see that. And it's not to judge, it's the truth. But yeah, y'all, they are dragging Beyonce, y'all. Justice for Aaliyah. And it goes on and on. I don't know if TMZ was behind the scene, because you know a lot of these industry people, they are in it together. I don't know if they were behind part of the targeting Beyonce and wanting her to speak out and want to draw the attention to her, but they were the ones that reported during the Democratic National Convention that Beyonce, they hinted at least, that she was going to perform for Kamala. It says Beyonce is in Chicago and getting ready to pop out for the Kamala Harris on the final night of the Democratic National Convention, TMZ has learned, which was a blatant lie. Whomever the sources were very much wrong. So if they wasn't blatantly lying, then they had got the wrong information, but was it on purpose? And that's what I'm thinking. Was immediately disputed when a rep says that Beyonce is not performing at DNC, was never scheduled to attend. Exclusive. A representative for Beyonce says the singer will not attend the 2024 Democratic National Convention. So even that on its own was a way to kind of stir all attention to Beyonce during one of a major nights. And this stirred the people in the comments, the fans, the people that want to see Beyonce and want her to interact, want to hear what she has to say. Again, it's another level of pointing the attention to Beyonce. And here is how the people responded to her not performing, y'all. Notice how it draws more attention and light to Beyonce and her putting her business ventures out. Again, we are circling back to people feeling like you're not here for us. You're not connecting with us, but you keep wanting us to spend our money. You're not caring about the people that support you. Here's what the people had to say about her not performing.
Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is?
Someone in the comments said, I would hate to dispute my Sir Davis order. And that brings me to this now. Beyonce has been pushing her liquor line, her Sir Davis line. Y'all take a listen to the reactions of the fans.
Beyonce don't even talk to us, but steady dropping businesses and want us to support is wild to me. Beyonce don't interact with us unless it's something to do with making money. If Beyonce posts you on Instagram, 10 times out of 10 is for a product that she has out, or a song or a dance or something, bringing money back to her. She don't retweet, she don't repost, she don't do none of that. It's like, bruh, and my thing is, Beyonce knows, no pun intended, Beyonce knows that one retweet, one post could literally change somebody's life. But no, I'm not gonna continue talking to y'all, but y'all go support my business. Make that make sense. I'm not gonna talk to y'all, I'm not gonna fool with y'all unless I'm making money.
People are seeing it. It's no longer something that is hidden from them. They feel that she did not even care that COVID happened and she was still charging substantially high prices for her concerts, her tours. And although some might joke about it, there's still a lot of truth to it. A lot of people are really losing heart. Y'all, she lost a lot of followers today because of that TikTok she knows they have going on, the hashtag. She knows what's up with Diddy. So people want to hear what she has to say, and they are demanding it. They hit in her pockets, and they are focused on that. That's what they're focused on. Alright, gang, so Beyonce, she did an interview with GQ magazine that was published on September 10th, 2024, and she looks stunning. Beyonce looks so good, yo. She's just idol all around, like, as far as what you would call an American Idol. I'm not idolizing you, girl, but she just got the look, the voice. The only thing that people find that is missing with Beyonce is the personality. Now, personally, me, prior to, let's say this, when she was younger, Beyonce showed her personality. She spoke out more. She did interviews. We got to see her real-time feelings and thoughts. She was more outgoing, more social with the world, right? But something happened, something transpired, which I'm going to show you what I think happened. But here in this interview, I want you to gauge the tone of the interview, right? Just like her answers to questions, kind of gauge who Beyonce is versus who she was years ago. How about this? Prior to Jay-Z, who was Beyonce. And then she has kids. She's been married. She's been exposed to all kinds of countries. Beyonce has traveled to so many different countries, been exposed to the elite society and all of that. She is the elite. You might as well call her that. So GQ says, where are you at this moment? What were you doing today? Mind you, this was September 10th. Beyonce says, today I'm on the East Coast while I enjoy a little bit of summer sunshine. Most days I try to wake up around 6 a.m., squeezing in an hour or two of work before the little ones are up. Parenting while working, I move forward, embracing the beauty and the chaos of it all. Our home is alive with cousins and friends, spontaneous talent shows, and the clatter of dominoes. I've been trying to focus on my health, taking my supplements and eating very clean. I've given up meat except for turkey this summer. I'm trying to muster the strength to work out, but I just can't do it today. Maybe tomorrow. Ha. So what do y'all feel about the tone of Beyonce's answers? I'm asking you this because I feel there's something very artistic about Beyonce as a person now. Her answers are descriptive instead of just down to earth. She's more descriptive in the way that she explains just how it is around her house. The clatter of dominoes. She says embracing the beauty and the chaos of it all. There's nothing wrong with it. it just does not allow us to really feel her feelings, and that is what people need to connect. They need to feel feelings, you know. They get into her album. They say, this spring you released a new album, and I have a lot of questions about that and how it connects to your past work. But first, I want to start with a new thing, whiskey. I guess I'm wondering, why liquor? So Beyonce's answer: I'll never forget the first day I had whiskey. It spoke to me nice. I remember thinking, why have I never had this before? It was strong and warm, just the right amount of challenge. I love the process, the ritual of it all. Whiskey isn't something you just shoot down. It's a commitment. You gotta have patience. I like that. Then I got into vintage Japanese whiskey and started doing tastings. It opened up a whole new world. I love everything about whiskey. The color, the smell, the way it dances in the glass. And I love the stories that come with it. Every bottle has a history. I also like introducing whiskey to people who don't know they love it yet. I think a lot more women would love it if they tasted it and if they were really spoken to by the whiskey world. She goes to say, whiskey isn't just for old men in smoky bars. It's for anyone who enjoys depth, complexity, and a bit of mystery. The entire aging process is a labor of love, with attention to put into every step, from the grains malting to the handcrafted barrels, and I appreciate all of it. Making whiskey is an art form. That's what I love and respect about it. As the great Willie Nelson once said, sometimes you don't know what you love until somebody puts you on to some real good-ish. So to all the whiskey lovers out there, you're welcome. Now, although this is a very much well put together answer, and I mean, you got me wanting some of my favorite whiskey to be, and if you can top this, okay, my favorite whiskey is very cheap. I ran across it, and if I'm gonna have a whiskey, it's gonna be Jack Daniel's Fireball, because I don't feel hangover. Couldn't think of that word, hangover. You don't feel a hangover when I drink it. I don't feel a hangover. I don't smell the liquor. I don't taste that nasty after liquor taste. Fireball is fire, so it goes down, but it tastes like hard candy, that hard red Fireball candy. So that's the whiskey of my choice. I get where I'm going. I'm not rambling. I'm not ready to fight anybody, but I am enjoying a shot. And so, that I appreciate. So what did that do? That made me want to talk about my favorite whiskey. So I do like her approach to her brand and the venture she's in. Again, it's an artsy answer, and to me, this right here is nothing wrong with it because it's smart. She needs to market her product, so I don't think it's anything wrong with her answer. I feel like what I connect to is the liquor she's presenting. She makes me want to try and to look at the bottle, and so that to me is a good answer to that question. To some, right? I want to get into this one because to me this is also speaking to some of Beyonce's artists belonging to her management, like Chloe Bailey, Halle Bailey, who may feel they are being shelved a bit, like they're not being promoted, and the fans and the people out here always seem to blame Beyonce. Well, this answer she gives to her hair care line, Sacred, it can give you insight into maybe why she's not pushing artists. Let's listen to this. Earlier this year, you also launched your hair care line, Sacred, and ramping up these business interests. Do you find the entrepreneurialism scratches a different kind of itch than your other creative pursuits? Beyonce says, I'm a musician first. It has always been my priority. I didn't get into anything that could take away from my artistry until I felt I was solidified as a master at my first love, music. When I started my hair care brand, Sacred, I wanted it to be recognized for what it does for real people in their hair. When it launched, I made a conscious decision not to appear in the ads. The brand's first impression needed to stand on its own merit, not be swayed by my influence. I've been using these products for years, so I know firsthand how magical they are. Now, Beyonce is using a lot of words here. Word play, like magical and ritual. Girl, first of all, the people of the community, they They think you doing witchcraft in their stuff, and I'm gonna tell you that, and that's sad because a lot of people want to try her products, but if they see you on the floor with candles and you got a Satanist star you sitting up on, doing what witches do when they do spells, child, and we talking about hairlines. We know the deal. We know the deal. We was taught a long time ago, either your grandparents, your mothers, your fathers, they told you to burn the hair when you comb your hair. Don't leave your hair out, girl. Go burn that hair. Go flush it down the toilet. So, because of the culture and the traditions and things like that, a lot of people are afraid to try some of these products. So when you use words like magic and ritual and things like this, there's a hove of people, hell, a hive of people that are probably a little bit timid, feeling like there could be some kind of magic or ritual or spell being done. So y'all got to be careful about what we seeing and unless you just don't care. I mean, there's still a lot of people that are buying the products and that they're not choosing to eliminate those fears, you know. I'm sorry, they are choosing that. So I thought that anyway. I thought that this was very relative to what Chloe may feel and to what the fans may feel. Maybe Beyonce chose not to promote Chloe Bailey's music and put her name in front of it, her influence in front of it, because she want Chloe to work for her brand and make her own brand, make her own name. And this is my feelings and thoughts. I don't fault her for that thinking. Now, being that she chose to be a label and she chose to manage these girls, maybe she does have some responsibility. You are an artist too, but you also chose to have a label and manage girls. So with the choice you made, I think it's fair to manage these girls and to put them in front. Use both influence. If you have to put you with them, I mean, she does take pictures with them and all that, but I also feel like it is fair to maybe implement more promotion for Chloe and Halle. Obviously it's a problem. I'm gonna do a video about that later, but I do think that's what she kind of does, stay out of the way and let Chloe build her own brand. Honestly, y'all, because I see Chloe and Megan Thee Stallion, both of their artists, I see a lot of Beyonce imitation. I do see it, and I have seen it. I don't need Chloe to be Beyonce. I don't need Chloe to dance, to sing, to look, to run and riff like Beyonce. I need Chloe to show me who Chloe is. I've been feeling this way since she came out. I feel like we know she's a fan of Beyonce because her and her sister sang songs all throughout their childhood. But I feel that they need to specifically, more specifically, Chloe needs to rebrand herself in her own image and not imitate Beyonce. I think she needs to stay away from being a Beyonce, and that's how I feel, because that could get on, but not when they get on Beyonce's nerves. I mean, like, I don't know if it's her idea to have these girls imitating them, and I don't know if Beyonce will stand against that. I think she might be okay with it. I'm not. I want Chloe to be Chloe, and I want to know who she is for her own brand, not for Beyonce's brand. Okay, so let's get into the tea, okay? The tea is everybody nosy and everybody want to know what's going on. Ever since Lemonade, we want to know what's going on in the marriage, in the household. How is Beyonce as the mother? Let's go down here to when they talk about the kids and the marriage. If we can find some business and tea. It's a shame we nosy, but you know we are, Beyonce. Increasingly, your work seems a little bit like a family business. For instance, recently your 12-year-old daughter, Blue, has evolved from a curious onlooker of your creative process to fully being a part of it, with her own dance routine and your last two tour beside you. Were you ever hesitant to include her in your public life and work, with all the scrutiny and sometimes criticism that this entails? How has it felt to watch her blossom as a creative force in her own right? Beyonce says, I build my work schedule around my family. I try to only tour when my kids are out of school. I always dreamt of a life where I could see the world with my family and expose them to so to different languages, architecture, and lifestyles. I love this. I love this, Beyonce, because you have to, on my pause, you have to build a routine. One thing I ain't learned in the last 5 years, for a peace of mind, and if you want to be productive with anything, you cannot let time overlap everything. You cannot let everything overlap. You got to make a time routine for everything, all decisions that you make. Whatever, if you're in a dance class, you taking school courses, you still work, you still have a family to take care of, you have to time and map out everything. So I like that she does schedule her tours when the kids are out of school. I think that's smart. Why not take the stress off as much as possible? Make it life easier for both the kids, for you too, and Jay-Z. Y'all are a family. They got to. And for the people that work for you. You making things easier when you routinely map things out. She then says, raising 3 kids isn't easy. The older they get, the more they become their own individuals with unique needs, hobbies, and social lives. My twins are God sent, she said. Parenting constantly teaches you about yourself. It takes a lot of prayer and patience. I love it. It's grounded and fulfilling. My kids come with me everywhere I go. They come to my office after school, and they are in the studio with me. They are in dance rehearsals. It's natural that they would learn my choreography. Right? Blue is an artist. She has great taste in music and fashion. She is a fantastic editor, painter, and actress. She has been creating characters since she was 3. She's a natural. But I did not want Blue on stage. Blue wanted it for herself. She took it seriously and she earned it. And most importantly, she had fun. We all watched her grow more and more every night before our eyes. I love this answer. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think Beyonce is a good mom based on this. Beyonce is a great mom based on this. She is in tune with her kids. She know they all different. They all have different personalities, hobbies. They have social lives. She wants her kids around her. She's protective. She don't mind that they're in her rehearsals. She's already routine, mapped out the time. So she knows, I'm sure when she's in the studio, they pretty trained. They're disciplined. They know when they know what to do when they're in the studio. They're not too loud, and if they are, we can quiet them down. But she's a protective mom, and she's interested in what they have going on. I like how she said she didn't want Blue on stage. Blue wanted it for herself. I respect that 110. Where the marriage at? We want the marriage. We want them to... Beyonce, we want the marriage, T. Where you at? Let me find out we don't get no tea. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's get to the teas. When you are not in go mode, or when the work is done, at least for a minute, how do you make time for yourself? What is one thing you do that's just for you, totally separate from work and family? Let me see if Beyonce do what I do, okay? Let's see if we cool, competitive. What's the word? Compatible. So she said, singing is not work for me. I sing for me. I'm right there. I'm with you on that. She said, I love music and I love to sing. It's a passion that runs deep. There's magic in the way it feels on my throat, a resonance that vibrates through me. When I am at my lowest, when I've been sad or in a heavy fog, sick or anxious with sleepless nights, I sing. And often I sing alone. My voice has always been my companion. It's why I have always been able to be happy alone. Music understands my heart even when I can't find words. But always, it's in those private sanctuaries, the studios, the car, where I find my peace. Singing soothes me. It steadies my heartbeat. It's my best hit of dopamine. There's a certain magic in sitting at the piano and letting my fingers play random chords as I just let any and everything come out. Singing has healed me time and time again. It's my refuge. It's one of the deepest joys of my life, a necessity as vital as breath. Without singing, without music, without creating, I would be a walking dead. Creating music isn't work for me. It's what I was born to do. I always have my sacred Sundays where I practice my self-care. I take baths with essential oils. I do acupuncture, cupping, reflexology, and I play my sound bowls with my kids. And that's sound bowls. I make honey paint, decorate, swim, design clothes and stages. I've written children's books for my children and design animation. Anything creative makes me happy. I also edit for fun. I genuinely enjoy it. Beyonce, I'm with you on that. I am with you on that. I sing in the car. I listen to music in the car. I like to take a drive and listen, blast my music. It could be rap, rock, singing. I don't care. It could be country, Tennessee whiskey. And I mean, Beyonce, of course. It doesn't matter. I do agree with what she's saying. She don't do this is listen, when I want something fun to do, I book studio time. First, it kind of threw me off with the artsy answers, the artistic, artful answers, but now I'm kind of digging it. It's still, she's answering the question, she's sticking to the point of the matter. She's not putting in too much inference. We don't have anything to infer. We don't need the tea, really. She's sticking with the answers and sticking with the questions, and I respect that. I'm also, it's not just a bunch of hogwash. She's actually giving substantial answers, which I love and admire. They make sense. The answers, the words, the quality of the words she's saying, it makes sense. Now, I don't know. I don't even think she's gonna tell us what she really feel if it was a feeling. I don't. Because I don't think she wants to cause drama. She doesn't want to draw negative attention to people. And I just think that's genuinely what like her. But is it safe to say that people copy her? Cause honey, that could be a factor. I went through that. I got so sick of people doing that, especially people that with me, people that have higher numbers. They get to copy and they get to run with your stuff, your influence, and don't nobody know you, but they know them and they appreciate them for what you did. And I don't respect that, or that make me lose love for the person. No, I don't see no questions about Jay-Z. I don't see any details in their business, in their marriage. I don't see any details. Beyonce is not going to talk about that. So what I assume, she told them straight up, you're not going to ask me questions about Jay-Z. Nothing around it, on about it, through it, or nothing. She didn't want them asking her any questions regarding her marriage. And she spoke somewhat on her kids. Some things are better left unsaid. Beyonce did not speak on her marriage, but I'd like to know, do y'all feel that this interview she gave GQ let you into her? Do you feel more connected with her? And which reference, if you read the entire thing on your own, because I didn't, which reference point helped you to feel more connected? I do not see any talk about Diddy. It wasn't no questions about Jay-Z. And how does that make you feel about her?
I think when Nina Simone put out music, you loved her voice. That's what she wanted you to love. That was her instrument. But you didn't get brainwashed by her day-to-day life and what her child is wearing and who she's dating and, all the things that really, it's not your business.
I want to say congratulations first.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, how are you holding yourself in? Is that tape or what?
This is a beautiful night. I'm so excited. It's been this movie was an amazing opportunity for me. And I've been here before, but never after being in a movie like this. So this was a beautiful night.
Great job.
Thank you.
So there's just this breakdown in the Hive. They want communication. I've been watching a couple people, but I have been sneak watching some readers, and they said that when Beyonce starts to speak, and when she starts to personally speak to her fans, like go live or just connect in a different way. If you see that old Beyonce when she used to talk and show her true feelings about things, that's when it's about to go down. I saw this I say Twitter, but this ex person has said that there's rumors Jay-Z went to see a divorce lawyer. Now I don't know if that's true or not. Every time we think those two are breaking up, they still together. And the thing is, like I said, a lot of times we want drama. We want to tear people apart. We see one hint of something not right in our relationship for the person that we really love. We want them to break up. So a lot of times we crave to know their business so we can start picking them apart. And that's what Beyonce knows. She knows that people are nosy and they want to get in so they can rip the family apart, as you heard in the interview. She wants to protect her family, and if it's one thing she can keep sacred, it's her family, it's her kids, it's her marriage. How do y'all feel about that interview? Do y'all think, like I just asked you earlier, you think you connected with Beyonce anymore? Do you think that it's still a shell? It's just another facade. It's just another illusion of you trying to talk to me. It's not really you let me feel your energy. It's not really you let me in. And it is what it is. I still feel that she's not happy. I still feel that she's not happy. I still feel Beyonce is not completely happy. And it does not, I don't like to feel that. I don't like to think that, but I see it, you know. And if it is that she's dibbling dabbling in stuff on the dark side, as I see she has on that board on the ground, the witch board, you know, as I see you did that, I mean, people are not too in tuned with the reality of what spirituality really is. People do dibble and dabble in dark spirits, evil things, dark things, but those things attract unhappiness. They don't attract good things. Y'all, I don't desire to see Beyonce fall. I don't desire to see them divorce if they truly do love each other. That I don't desire. I fight against my negative energies, and I don't want to see them break up if they are happy, if they have a family, if they love each other. But I know it's not that simple. I know there's rumors that Jay-Z have other kids. I know that those other people are wanting him to get a DNA test, and according to them, he's refusing. I know that they also feel that Beyonce is keeping them away. I don't know how true that part is. I don't know how I feel about how true Beyonce could actually keep the dad away and why she would do that. I don't believe that she would do that. But the water ain't clean. So we can't just see this perfect picture that they want you to see. That's not the facts. That's not the reality. You know, I know that marriage ain't perfect, man. You got kids out here claiming that you their daddy. That you're their daddy. So you cannot build house on top of trash and mess and all kinds of confusion and think that you're gonna have a house of peace. You don't get peace from that. You're not able to do it. You gotta clean the foundation. You have to straighten out every single wrinkle and spot. You have to clean it. And I think there's a lot that is still happening behind the scenes. Jay-Z, I see he's making big investments. You see Mary J. Blige was named in this so-called tell-all Kim Porter book that just came out the other day. And Mary J. Blige supposedly is being talked about as someone who was messing with underage boys. And I don't know about that. Al B. Sure came out and said that book was fake. The kids are also saying it's fake, but I expect them to say it's fake because they're in such denial right now. Right now they're in denial and they're not gonna say it's real if it was. But in that book, it named names of people. It told the story of what happened with Tupac and Biggie. It talked about the underage things that goes on. And I just noticed that yesterday, Mary J. Blige, I heard, she announced that she'll be going on a tour and tickets will be on sale on Thursday, and she don't know when that tour is. But this is a love letter to her fans. I know that she's getting her bag up for some reason. So people are talking, it is heating up, and it's not even Halloween for these people. But Halloween's coming. Y'all, it is getting dirty out here, and the people want Beyonce. They want her dirt. They want her dirt. They want to know How was you involved? What they do? And you know what? I'm a Beyonce fan. I love Beyonce's voice, and I do. I really do. They really think she did something trash, dirty, but I feel like something was done to her. I'm gonna just tell you like that, straight like that. I feel that something was done to her, and I just, you know, it's sad, and I hope I'm wrong. And of course, it's possible that she got sucked into a world of underhand, the culture that she was in, and hanging out with Diddy. It's very much likely that she could have got sucked into some of that stuff. That's no different than you and I hanging out with a group of people at a club, wee hours of the morning, music banging, men good looking, you know, everybody dressed up, everybody partying, and weed is passed. Some people might take the sniff. I didn't, and I don't desire to, but there's things that I may take, you know? So it's just no different than anyone getting sucked up in that culture around them. So it's possible. It's very feasible. It's very much likely. The people demand that Beyonce stop this robotic image, because we know Beyonce can talk. We know she has real feelings. We know she's very impactful, very much. Beyonce used to talk when she first came out. She didn't hold back either, and she's a strong woman. You don't get that vocal ability. You don't get the pack out houses like she do, and you're not a person of power. She's a powerhouse, and Beyonce has been before, you know, she blew up. Beyonce used to do interviews. Beyonce spoke her mind. Beyonce didn't play when it's time to get the rehearsal. Make sure that you're on time. And so we know she can speak. I am not on the fence where I want to drag her. I don't like everything I see that she do when it comes to spirituality. But I'm not on that part of the side of the place. I'm not. I more so feel something else. So y'all, stay tuned as we unravel this mess. Let me know what y'all think. Leave your comments. Hit that thumbs up. Like this video. Subscribe. And stay tuned.